Well, hello there, and welcome to a brand new mod overview of Imperium Surrectum RTR for Rome Remastered Total War. Now, this is a complete overhaul of the original game. I got the original game recently, like this weekend, literally 2-3 days ago, and I've been having a lot of fun playing around as the Roman factions, and I think I was the Blues, I was the Scipii, and I was killing Carthage, and then I saw on the internet that you can get mods for it, which I didn't know. So Rome Total War Remastered has reopened the long-awaited gates to modding properly. And this is one of the best, and if you haven't, I'd never heard of it until yesterday, and this is what I've spent all my days doing. Literally 24 hours I've been playing on it. So what can you do? Well, actually, let's start off with the fact you've got lots of historical battles, all of them rock down here, but that's not really what you're here to see. You're here to have a look at the campaign. 50 playable factions from your standard ones that you expect. Rome, Carthage, Macedon, Bactria in the Far East, the Seleucid Empire. Oh, look at the size of that. Ptolemy. Down to Pontus, and then you've got your more obscure ones. The Achaean League, look at that. Just a single state. You've got the Charti. You've got the single city of Athens, so you can go and actually create the Delian League. You've got all the way down to, let's have a look at some of the others. What's that? The Odrysian Kingdom. You've got Epirus, the Bosphorus Greeks, if you fancied it. You've got individual city-states such as Pergamon, such as Rhodes. Look how cool that is. Rhodesian slingers in abundance. You've got, of course, the family favourite, that is Sparta, with their famous Spartan hoplites. You can see that on the message. But we're going to be having a look at Syracuse, or Syracuse, if you have my accent. Syracuse on the island of Sicily. Now, just to warn you how intense this mod is, as we click Start Campaign, they've got a very cool little feature before I go on. It gives a little faction rating, just like Europa Barbarorum 2. So if you click on the Cyrene, you got Hard, you got the Kush down here at the very south end of the Nile. Hard, you've got Hard, very hard, hard. So if we went to the Syracuse campaign, it's very hard, but that's fine. It's all scripted. It's balanced at hard, if you're wondering why that's not on very hard, because I've only been playing it a day. So I've left it on what they suggested, they being the modders. So if you go to Start Campaign, and it's all got beautiful loading screens and all the sorts of things that you'd expect from a brand new mod that they've put the love and the effort in for. There's all this type of artwork here with the sort of smudged colours. It's really cool. But as the map loads, how big do you think Sicily's going to be? Most mods, it's 3 territories. Maybe 4, possibly 5 at a really big push. But at the end of the day, it should be Messana, it should be Syracuse, and it should be Lilybaeum. That's me talking from my sort of days playing Europa Barbarorum. Look at the size of this. We briefly count the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 just for Sicily. That gives you a little bit of an impression as to exactly what we're going to be dealing with. All the factions come with their own unique political structures as well now. So if we go to here, you can see that you get 2 reforms as Syracuse, and each faction might have a couple more. Like, for instance, the Romans are going to have the Polybian reforms and the Marian reforms. So you've got 2 reforms of Syracuse. You get, tells you how you do. I've got to fight 20 battles. to get the first one, and I've got to own all of Sicily to get the second one with the Aspidophoroi. But of the units that we can see, we have Syracusian hoplites. Each individual faction has its individual unit roster. It is mental. It is fantastic. So go back to the Rhodes idea. Rhodes has the best slingers in the game, Rhodesian slingers, and you can pad out your army with them. It is really good fun. So if we just quickly show you the epic scale that is this map. Look how small and insignificant our portion is. And if I zoom in as well, that's about the same size as most mod maps. But if we quickly go and have a tour, so you can now see that Sicily is it's 3 factions, and even a separate one down here. Who are you? Is Kragas, or like Kragas Crab Feeder from Game of Thrones. So you've got your own political structures where you have to work through your own bits. You see different religions here. Dominant religion is Ionian, which is a bit of a problem for us because we're Dorian. And you've got sort of an Italic religion in the center of the island. My yellow friends to my west are also Dorian. So if you then think, oh, now hang on a minute, on Europa Barbarorum 2, Carthage, my personal favourite faction, start with about 14, 15 territories. They have 5 on Sicily, which gives you an idea just how bloody big they're going to be. Look at this. Look at how big they are and what a chunky boy. And they've got all the way, you got Carthage all the way across the top of the coast. And they keep going. Look at that. Count them in all the way. They're still going all the way down here to the Straits of Gibraltar. And then Spain, typically it's sort of about 15 regions. Carthage have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 already. It is mental. Now, one of the things I would say is that this is 6.3, I think, on the version, and they haven't yet filled out, you can see on the map, they haven't yet filled out the barbarian areas just yet. But that's also quite accurate considering that the known world is built up around the peninsulas. Look at the size of Rome. Just look at how many different settlements. I mean, some of them aren't very big, but some of them are. There's Rome itself. And just look at them all. I think I read somewhere that there's over 1,000 settlements on this game. My victory conditions, for instance, are to hold 100 of them. So it is a big boy invention. Coming over to the madhouse that is Greek. I mean, just look at this. If we zoom in, just because it makes you go cross-eyed. You got Crete at the bottom. There's 3 different factions on Crete just to start with. You can finally get the different individual islands in there. That's a nice touch. So Sparta, you've got, who are these? The Mycenae. You still got your Wonders of the World. So that's the statue of Zeus at Olympia. You've got the Greek city-states there. Athens is independent. You've got the Antigonids from Macedonia. The Boeotian League from Eboa, just there on the eastern seaboard. You've got 2 of these. The Aetolian League, the Achaean League. It's just a melting pot of different itty-bitty states. And so you've got 2 different experiences coming through. You can either be one of these absolute behemoths. So like we zoom out now. Hang on, I'll just click on that. If you zoom, I'm just getting used to the Rome 2 controls as well. I've never... Oh, it seems like it does. There you go. Look at the number of territories. That's just insane. So you've got all the way to India. You've got large portions of uninhabited lands. I think that's where they're going with the mod in the next one. Just look at how many different territories there are in Britain. And you even get the Orkney Islands. That's mental. But if you wanted to have a look at the different types, you could either be one of your big boy nations like Carthage, Rome, Macedon, Ptolemy, or the Seleucid Empire, and you've got real territory, huge swaths of it going from east to west. If you're the Seleucia, you got Armenia as a sort of a mid-sized nation, and whoever these green fellas are, does it tell me? I don't know, I think that the Atrapani. Or if you fancy what I've done, if you fancy a little bit of a challenge, you could be, say, like, you could go Rhodes. You get just the island of Rhodes, and you have to exist in and amongst the huge and scary empires, and just do your best. On my personal game, I've been playing as Syracuse, and I've got kind of up to here. I've got they've Carthage, which has got that, and that's about, I don't know, I think about 50 turns in, and it's just insane. It's a beautiful mod. The gameplay, I've had no crashes, so it's incredibly stable as well. The battles are fun. They've tweaked the stats of all the different units to make the lines hold a little bit longer, but it's not like Europa Barbarorum 2 where they could go on for a bloody long time. But they've done balancing with all the units, so it is a really good and fun playthrough. So if I were you, if you don't have Rome Remastered, it's £8 in Steam at the minute. I would recommend you go and get it. If you do have Rome Remastered and you don't have mods, subscribe to this mod in your workshop. It is insane, and I bloody love it. So that's today's video. It's literally what I've been doing for 24 hours. I'm supposed to be planning lessons as I return to school on Monday, but I've actually spent a lot of time conquering the rest of Sicily, and it does create that whole environment where actually the fight for Sicily, for Carthage, should not be take two settlements and be done with it. And Europa Barbarorum did little things with rebels to give you the impression that there was a lot of infighting in Sicily, but actually nothing borders on how big this game is, and it is a fantastic playthrough. So do let me know in the comments below whether you would like to see a campaign on the channel. I'm almost certainly going to do one, but more importantly, who would you like to see it as? But go and get this mod. This mod is incredible. It is a cross between the extended Greek mod, Europa Barbarorum, and anything and everything in between. It is fantastic. So thank you very much for watching. If indeed you have, do take care of yourselves, and goodbye for now. Please remember to put some comments and suggestions of who you would like to see. I am almost certainly going to include this in the next roster when one of the slots comes available. But until next time, bye for now.